our crew finally arrived, we had a celebratory beverage, went to our favourite resort for a last dinner and finally set sail into open ocean. This week we're all at sea.
I'm not ready at all.
Bloody hell, it's huge!
Oh mate, you're a demon with that.
Jesus.
Alright, China.
Where have you been this whole time, China?
She would have been for like...
Oh, that would have taken me at least 10 minutes.
10 minutes, mate.
So we're about 3 hours into our passage to Bermuda and all is going well so far. We started off with about 17-18 knots and that's kind of dropped off and swung slightly further to the south. So we're now on a beam reach, which is nice. We're not beating into it anymore. Our speeds slowed down a little bit. We were making an average of about 6.9 knots, which was great, but now it looks like we're doing more kind of 5.5, 6, which is still pretty good. The seas, the swell is probably about 1.5 meters, which was what was forecasted, and it's forecasted just to continue to drop off over the next few days. So this is pretty doable at the moment. It's a little bit bumpy, but nothing crazy. And all in all, we're having a pretty nice sail. We're just trying to get the self-steer to behave. It's pretty good, but our wind angle keeps changing because the wind strength keeps changing at the moment, so we just have to keep a close eye on it. We've got we've got 2 other boats right next to us and a third on the AIS about 2 miles away. There's a 4th in our flotilla, but I can't see him and he doesn't have AIS, so I'm not quite sure where he is, but we heard him on the radio this morning and he's with us somewhere, probably with the first boat. We caught a mahi-mahi, which was very exciting, and it was a big one as well. And then unfortunately not only did our fishing rod snap as we were kind of trying to manage him on the deck, but when Nick went to gut him, it turned out that he had all these worms in his intestines, which was enough to put us off. So yeah, he was completely infested with worms, which is kind of gross. So he went back over the side, I'm afraid. There may be people who would have eaten the fish anyway, but no, we've got enough food. I'm not eating worm-infested fish. Anyway, we do have a spare fishing rod, so it's not too disastrous. And you know, maybe in a day or two we'll put the line out again and give it another crack. I think everyone's happy.
I went out and tried to cut a pine tree down, fell through the ground like Alice. Oh, what a sound. This must be a nest. I got rocks and sticks against my chest. I'm Alice. Dear Queen of Hearts, I'ma grow you white roses, so you can learn to
trying to get this self-steer sorted out.
tell King of Hearts so you can learn to be kind.
So it's our first evening at sea, and I'm feeling really unwell, which pisses me off because I never get seasick ever. Nick's always the one who's feeling like shit, and I'm always the one being like, nah, it's all cool. And Nick and Shana are fine, and I'm like, I'm feeling really unwell. Which sucks. I have a very intense sympathy right now for anyone who gets seasick regularly, because it blows, and I've not even actually been sick. I just feel disgusting. And yeah, I was the one on dinner duty. I was cooking dinner, and I think that just made it all worse. So I realised that I haven't been sailing, like proper sailing. I don't count just motoring around in the Sea of Abaco. But I haven't been sailing in almost a year, since June last year, and it's May now. So that probably explains that. Yeah, it sucks. I'm gonna go probably to sleep, I hope. Just, yeah, hope I feel better in a couple of hours.
So you can learn to be kind. Taking a hand to our bodies for sake, so you can learn to be kind. And the horizon silver line.
So once again, I'm in bed. This is our third day, and yeah, the weather's been pretty rubbish. It's been like really squally. We knew that there was going to be squalls, but I don't think we realised it was going to be quite this bad. We've had like 25-30 knots on and off throughout the morning, and yeah, the wind is usually coming kind of about 60 degrees to starboard, so yeah, it's pretty uncomfortable sometimes. But you know what, like, the boat handles it really, really well. Considering we're beating into 25 knots of wind, you know, the boat's actually more comfortable than I would expect. And you know, Nick and I both, well, Nick was feeling a bit seasick the first couple of days, and I was feeling unwell the first day. We're both feeling fine now, as fine as you can feel when you're getting like an hour's sleep per night. So yeah, this is going to pass, and I'm just hoping that tomorrow's a little bit better.